YouTube, welcome back, fellow Bray herders, fellow followers of the Beast Path, and fellow voters for Al Gorbel in 2024. As I've said before, whether you like it or not, you will be voting for him and his Destroy All Humans policy. So we're getting close. We're building up a lot of marks of Ruination here. I feel like we're doing pretty good. We're at Ruination level 6, gaining, some nice Dread, Stampede of the Chosen, Dark Moon. Okay, just kind of checking things out. We may have some more fights for our herd stones up here to the north, unfortunately. Could very well still be a thing. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm not terribly worried about it because we don't have to hold any of this stuff. It's more of a fun thing to do. Part of me wants to, maybe knock Teclis around just a little more, and then I want to really bounce across the ocean here and go for the old world. I feel like Taurox is needed there in order to make the old world remember the Scourge of the Beastmen properly. Alright, so the Lightning Strike, take out some more Elves. Yeah, I'm just going to take the favor off all this. And I'm going to keep moving because we're barely damaged at all. Replenish. And I'm gonna come over here, butcher this place. Much to see there. I'm gonna do a raise in advance here. Or no, I'm gonna loot and raise that too. Alright, so we hit the Cataclysmic Rampage. That resets it to where I can no longer claim my reward here. Hero recruit rank for Gorbels, Bray Shamans, Morghurs. Drop the cost of Minotaur. Let's claim that reward. Alright, so enemy killed. Don't know if this is going to be the end of their faction down here or not. I don't really know how far the map stretches. Can't remember at the moment, so I don't know. I'll take a look the next turn. Just wanted to put some serious hurt on those characters. I'm gonna go into encamp stance so I can replenish quicker. Black Phillip is busy encamped too, trying to replenish. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him there for now. Let's move back into friendlier territory here. Okay. Let's go and check out Rewards of Dread. So we're at 997 Dread. I definitely need more troops if I'm going to have more armies. So I need to start racking up the Dread. We got 200 this turn. We got 270 from killing things, and we're getting 200 from buildings. If we build more armies, we can obviously start getting more Dread, too. How much Dread? So I really want to pull in Morghur. So I'm going to save up some Dread and try and pull in Morghur and make like a spawn army. Like a Chaos Spawn-themed army. Should be pretty fun. Let's take a look at upgrades. I'll go ahead and spend my money on that. Feel like we're gonna get attacked right here. Sorry. Apologize for the throat clearing. Just allergy stuff. Seems to be pretty common for me right now. I'm gonna probably go ahead and end this turn. Just thinking if there's anything else I really want to do here, and I don't think so. I've got the comments from last time, so Killscribe asked if I could name a herdstone Killscribe's Throne. Loving the series. I'm excited to see the kill list continue to grow. Ooh, speaking of herdstones, I'm going to lose this one. Man, that stinks. We fought hard for it, but we're going to lose it in the end. Yes, I can name a herdstone Killscribe's Throne. Let me go find a better option for it since we lost that one. Let's see, where would be a good place. How about right on top of what we did to Teclis at the Blood Swamps? This one's looking like a particularly powerful herdstone. It's got a pretty solid garrison here. So let's rename this one to Kill Scribe's Throne. So there you go, Kill Scribe. And then he's also got the kill list updated for us. Please take the time to thank him for that by leaving him a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I know I am. Laxland is still the highest on the kill list for Taurox at 9,316. Hexatl not far behind, 8,178. I'm pretty sure this is probably the one campaign where I don't think if you add up like the total kills for the race that the Skaven are in the lead. I actually think I've probably killed more lizards than anything else on this campaign. Daniel wants a unit of Minotaurs named the Bulldozers and another one the Wrecking Moo or the Wrecking Bulls. I like this, and I've got plenty of bulls in Taurox's army, so let's call this one the Bulldozers, and we'll do this one the Wrecking Bulls. There we go, got some names in for you all. And it looks like we have some more research to start. Causes fear when ambushing all armies. Ammunition for Ungor Raiders. Physical resistance for Warhounds, Harpies, Razor Gores. Melee defense for Chariots and bonus versus infantry. We're going to be running out of stuff eventually. I don't know if I'm going to be using a bunch of Chariots. I might. Let's go ahead and do that. In this turn, Taurox is... did we ambush Teclis? Oh boy, Teclis. I want to assassinate him. He's one of the fun ones to kill. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Ardek says there's nothing like a loss to focus one's micro. Rage on air. Please, Prince. Thanks, Ardek, and thanks for being a channel supporter for so long. Yeah, sometimes losing is a good way to wake you up whenever you need to be playing better. Ain't no meaning. Also, being a big channel supporter, thank you so much. He says, old world all the way. Also, you should try to dread confederate other beastmen. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to try and do right now. So definitely going to work on that. Thanks again for being a channel supporter. Seth says, it would be cool to see Taurox go on a quest for the Sword of Cain. It got returned. Ooh. Man, I don't know. That sounds like fun, too. Taurox with the Sword of Cain would be pretty hilarious. We'd have to take it from someone who claims it, so we have to go defeat their army, if I remember right how the mechanics on the sword work. But we don't need any of this stuff, just get the bulls. It's going to be another running of the bulls. And this time, just straight bulls. We don't even need any of the Bray Shaman's help. Do Gorgons count as bulls? I mean, they definitely look like bulls, so I'm going to run them in too. Alright, here we go. You better run, Teclis. You better run like you've never run before. Teclis has an ability that's preventing me from using my abilities momentarily. Better run, Techie. Oh, boy, Teclis is getting absolutely owned. Look at that. That was a unit of High Elf Spearmen that just got shredded by my Minotaurs right there. High Elf Spearmen are really, I mean, yeah, they're cheap spears, kind of, but they're the best of the best cheap spears. Pop off all our abilities here. Look at that, 1,015 weapon damage, and Teclis is like, alright, I'm dead. Just get it over with, Taurox. Make it quick. Yeah, gotta watch that last step, Teclis. It's a real doozy. Alon F says, hey, Air, you get 30% plus more devastation on a solar eclipse. Also, I think you can raise another army. Yes, we can. I'm going to try and confederate one here very soon. James says, accident or not, it was really fun as a viewer to get straight into a fight. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't think it was an accident. I think I left it there on a cliffhanger because I didn't have enough time to record it in that episode. But glad you enjoyed it nonetheless. Glad you all like it. German Soldier says, like a nice video after a hard day of work. Well, thank you. Glad you're enjoying it, and glad that I could help you after work. Cena says, bring the rage to Ulthuan, wreck elf sims. Well, we had the suggestion to go get the sword, too, and it is a very tempting one, as much as I want to get to the old world. The sword would be epic. German says, the main herdstone upgrades are free. Yep, and all the more reason why I need to be keeping a better eye out for them, because they don't cost me anything. And Daniel says, many epic battles. I like it. Well, thank you, Daniel. I enjoy having all the epic battles as well. Definitely fun. Make sure you all continue to leave comments. I love hearing your comments. They help me put direction to the campaign, name units, and hopefully get you all more engaged. And that's obviously going to be more fun for all of us. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Mangrove Coast. I'm going to finish just kind of wiping out Teclis' holdings down here and just be done with it. Black Phillip is on the move. He is replenished. I'm going to go underground and go over here and try and kill Dawi. That is quite the grudge spam there. These Dawi definitely holding a grudge. And they're all loaded up. And the grudge throwers, in fact. Let's end another turn here. I think I'm really digging the way the Beastmen play now. I think that Creative Assembly made some really nice changes. The campaign to me feels fun. It feels rewarding. Their play style feels like Beastmen. I really enjoy what they've done here, and after having played this much since the release of the DLC, like I said, I'm still having a lot of fun with it. So, really glad to see what they did. It's about time that we have the Beastmen in a decent spot here. Just get rid of Teclis and his minions. Raise that. Picked up a double barrel? I don't know that I have any lords that need that, but double barrels are fun. Double the barrels, double the fun, right? Grove Swamp. Alright, so we wiped out Teclis's holdings there. Okay, we destroyed the Order of War Masters, so there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and move underground up next to the Dawi here. Let's see, let's go look at our rewards of dread. Go to Lords and Heroes. I want to pull in Morghur. If he's dead, it will it'll pull him back from the dead, and I think just bring them to you. If they're alive, I think you just pick them up wherever they're at. So let's gain Morghur as a lord. Go see where he be. So there's Confederation. I think we have to recruit him. Yep. So Morghur must have been killed early on. This would be a hilarious way to get revenge on the elves here. I could try and recruit Morghur right here. And revenge myself on the elves up here. May do that. May do that just to get some sweet revenge on him. So I'm gonna pull in Morghur. And let's recruit him. So he had been killed, but the nice thing is we get to kind of build him up however we want here. Let's see, let's go with Gargantuan Hooves. For Hertz to have a little movement point. And a little bit of rewards of dread, so let's put those to work. Dread gain per turn. And start some recruiting. The local recruitment I have available to me, not bad. I really need spawn, and that we have. I can only get 3 of them so far. Let's go back over to the rewards of dread. Rewards and heroes. Morghur is going to need a Bray Shaman, and he's also going to need a Gorbel. Let me look to see whether I can recruit a Bray Shaman. I don't know if I can. Acquired buildings in this province. What buildings do I need to recruit? It's a garrison of Bray Shaman. None of these will give it to me because I don't have the right building, so I can't get a Bray Shaman at the moment. That said, what I can do, though, I think, is grab the ability to get an extra spawn. And Jabberslies would be cool in this army too. Jabberslies, Chaos Spawn, like make this a really chaosy army. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna grab another spawn. That'll start me off with 4 spawn. And then we'll have to start working on other things. Some chariots would probably be fun. In Manticore, we can get some giants too. Kind of a chaosy type of unit also. So let's just wait because we're doing some local recruitment. We'll get Morghur set up with a like I said, hopefully a nice chaos themed army. Be what I'm going. I mean, I say chaos. We are chaos because we're the Beastmen, but you know what I mean. Like a chaos beast themed army. Oh my goodness. They all piled right on top of Morghur the instant that I recruited him. I'm going to turn off control large army because I think it will actually hurt the AI more than me. So I'll get basically all these units in and they will not. I don't know if we can win this or not. I hope we can. I'd like for Morghur to not have to go back into a waiting period as soon as we've gotten him here. So let's see here what we get. I definitely think turning off control large army would be good for me. It's not going to benefit the high elves any. I do need to get all my reinforcements on the field, but they'll be behind. Well, they're already here. Never mind. So I'm all set to go. So this is definitely bad. Malekith is right there though, and we know what Malekith can do. He is a tank. It's an unholy beast of a unit, especially considering what I have available for me here to fight. I just don't have a lot of units that are going to be putting a brutal beatdown on him. So I'm going to maybe try and get my Minotaurs and it's into him. Manticore. I'm going to put these up here. Morghur, Bray Shaman right here in the middle. I do have a significant cavalry component that I can use. Try and wrap up the enemy in a big hurry. Start the battle. Start pushing up. So they'll get a few reinforcements early, but they won't get a ton. Let's take these out. Alright, let's begin the attack. Of course, they're going straight for my best units. Alright, so chew them up. Let's move around over here. Need... That's... Alright, sorry, I'm going to slow it down for just a second so I can kind of get a handle on what's going on here. I'm going to try and start a wrap-up here quickly. My Bray Shaman's already under attack by Malekith. This is very bad for me. I'm going to get both my Bull units and try and turn them loose on Malekith. Don't think he'll be particularly well suited to fight against all the Bulls. I'm going to get in here and clean up crossbow units. Let's see. I'm going to use my Manticore, I think, for some terror. Be right here. Let's hit play. Alright, we're absolutely wrapping this stuff up. Let's go ahead and push this way. Alright, we wrapped up that. We got a summon spawn. So the quicker and the harder we can wrap up enemies here, the better. Chariots. I really need to tear up that. I need to get these dark shards as quickly as possible. Let's rear charge over here. pretty good. I'm going to slow it down for just a second so I can grab my infantry out of this blob. And pull them forward because we got to start a second infantry fight up here. And the rest of this blob is going to be chariots. I think these guys, and I'm going to send them all after the Harganeth executioners. The executioners are our biggest threat up here. Let's swing around behind. Alright, so we've got a nice wrap-up going back here. Let's hit play. Malekith is just trying to run away, so I'm going to pursue him. I'm going to take the Bray Shaman so I can debuff him. He can't fly, so fleeing really doesn't, affirm him any benefit here. These weak swords must have an unbreakable characteristic for some reason. Not really sure why, but they do. We got a good initial charge into those executioners. There's more reinforcements coming on, so I don't really have a great chance to go wipe them all out at once. What I can do is try and focus and cycle some units out here. Kill those. Move these units up. And Malekith is fighting hard to get out of that situation, but he's in a world of hurt. He is not going to be in a happy place right there. And I've got... What's it again, so I can see what's going on. Alright, so I pulled out of that fight Bestigors, get into the executioners here and here. Then I need my chariots. Let's back up. Over here, chariot 1 into these executioners, chariot 2 into those executioners. Alright, here we go. Try and think how to play my Manticore. Morghur's getting really beat up. We need some help against this Dreadlord, so I'm going to pounce on him. And Morghur's getting straight up owned by that Dreadlord. Getting charged by crossbow cavalry over here, at least I was. Alright, the Dreadlord just got the tables turned. And we just killed the Supreme Sorceress, or I think it was a Supreme Sorceress, maybe just a standard Sorceress, I don't know. It's out of that fight. The Executioners are getting dumped on pretty nicely by the combo of Chariots and Bestigor, but there are still more Executioners in play. Send more help. And I believe Malekith. I hate these ones that get spread all across the battlefield because I just want to play. Like, I don't really like having to do this. But I feel like if I don't, I'm just handing the AI an unfair advantage. I just need to get rid of that crossbow cavalry, preferably. But we're not going to do it. Maybe we will. No. AI routed me. I'm going to get these. I'm going to get my throwing axes out of this fight. See if my Manticore and infantry can finish this Dreadlord. I've got to save some cavalry to the end. We've done pretty well. I mean, the number of executioners left fighting is significantly low. And the AI reinforcement's still coming. If we could kill Malekith, that would help a great deal with the balance bar and allow me to bring these units to bear elsewhere. But he is fleeing and running and making this fight take as long as possible, which, not surprised, it's actually a pretty good move on the part of the AI. This one I'm going to actually charge those Dark Riders and get some help here. Put Bestigor's back into the fight. Let's start trying to cut down some... Okay, I think we routed another Dreadlord there. I caught those crossbow riders, so we're gonna get rid of them. Morghur is healing rather nicely. Sling into the next fight. Get on the shades. I've got additional units helping with the pursuit here. This fight is gonna let up real soon because it's about to get terrorized. Let's go back and check on my bowls. Yeah, how we doing? Malekith just won't die. He's being a real turd. Okay, so that is going well. Got some Bestigors back. Let's continue the pursuit of these missile units. I'm about to have more units ready for the pursuit of missile units. I'm kind of getting shafted on how long these Dark Shards are staying in a melee fight with my Centigors. Giving the AI freebies here. I'm gonna send the Manticore past this fight, further into the pursuit. Alright, so more pursuit, more pursuit. Get back here, finish those. Alright, so the pursuit is on in earnest now. There we go. I think we got this. Unless there's some significant reinforcements still coming for the Druki, and I don't think so. The reason I say that is Malekith gonna win this fight? It's gonna be awful close. Malekith has gotten 20 kills here. He's killed 20 Minotaurs. I find that unlikely. Gosh, we are just not getting any hits on him. Look at that. He's devolved, like he's lost a ton of melee attack. We're still just not landing any hits because his melee defense is so high. We still never hit him. He just routed. But we actually never hit him. That's pretty frustrating. AI gets a lot of cheese like that. He should have been dead a long time ago. I think they get, because of the difficulty setting I'm playing on, I'm pretty sure they get big-time melee defense buffs. Wow, Morghur got a ton of kills. And I think those melee defense buffs just end up being ludicrous because some of these characters, like Malekith, already have pretty high melee defense, which is fine. And I think once they get the ridiculous buffs, it just kind of makes it ludicrous where I've got like a whole pack of bulls like totally surrounding him, beating him, and he's like not getting hit. And I'm like, yeah... I mean, if you're like Legolas from the Hobbit movies, maybe you can be in and amongst that many Minotaurs and not take any damage, but anything else, not so much. I'm gonna just take the favor. We dealt the Dark Elves a pretty significant defeat there, and I'm gonna have some Chaos spawn on my side. Malice wants a peace treaty. Good luck with that. I don't know anybody who's gotten peace from us yet, and I don't think it's gonna be you. Just had to hazard a guess there. Let's see. Chaos Corruption. Let's get some extra Winds of Magic. Let's herd. What's the cost of skill? Yeah, I don't really like any of these, so I'll take when one falls. Because at least it'll do something. Need to go into an attack stance here and attack these Dawi. I don't really want to fight this cheese because it's just cheese. I'm gonna auto-resolve because the auto-resolve is being very kind to me. And I'm just gonna do raise. Okay. Still need to... Itza is part of this, but I kind of want to make Itza... I'm going to go ahead and perform the ritual here. I want to make Itza a herdstone. Because it's one of the larger settlements, and people are telling me that you get a lot more bonuses from it, so I want to see if I can make Itza the herdstone. Okay. Taurox is now done with his charges down here. Kind of thinking about like running him back up to the Poxmarsh before putting to sea, and then maybe we do want to make a run to Ulthuan. Could we possibly pick up the Sword of Cain? And if the answer is yes, then gosh dang, man, that would be nice. So that's gonna be like, I kind of think sailing would be faster, actually. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lose a bunch of momentum, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not like on a rampage right now anyway, so don't see it really creating too much of a problem. Morghur picked up an experience point. I kind of feel like he should have gotten a couple of experience points minimum, but whatever. Take what I can get. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Squalid Encampment. Let's upgrade our recruitment here in the Pit Hovel. And then I'd like to be able to recruit Chaos Spawn with him. Go ahead and do that, and then never hurts to have the Centigores and stuff too. We've got even more growth. Wow, he got some growth. Oh, and we want the Bray Shaman hero, so let's do that too. Sweet. So that's going to help on many a front. And the Chaos spawning begins. We have a couple Mournfang cavalry, but I don't want to pull them in at the moment. They're just not necessary. Let's see. So local horde recruitment's kind of crappy. Let's see. I can get a couple of giants. I'm going to do that. So this will give me a lot of infantry pounding power here between the giants and the spawn. The terror of a Manticore would be really good as well, so I will look into that. And chariots, obviously you all have seen, can be quite effective against infantry. I wonder if these elves are coming after me up here. They might. They might. Our garrison, yeah, our garrison has recovered nicely, and we'll do a little more on this turn in. So the longer it takes these elves to get here, the less likely they are to succeed against Morghur. Because he's just going to get more and more units, and I can simply fight the battle without it being one of the giant battles. But let's see, Black Phillip, he needs his magic here. It started Soul Blight. Let's grab another point on Soul Blight. Doom and Darkness is another really good one. Wargur has leveled up. Get him the Razor Gore Chariot, which increases his damage at the cost of some leadership and speed. But gives him a good deal more charge, damage, defense, and attack. So it feels like that would be worthwhile investment. So let's do that. And our Dread is coming up nicely, 200 per turn. I may need some Dread to recruit an additional Bray Shaman. I'll check that out once I've finished some of the construction on this turn in Morghur's camp. But yeah, we'll check it out. How are you all feeling about the Beastmen changes? I know I've probably asked that before, but again, we're a little ways on from it here. Yeah, sure enough, the High Elves coming after me. Not altogether a bad idea on their part, but I don't think it's going to end well. Look at this, they brought some Lion Chariots. Sweet. Haven't seen those in a while. That is a lot of Lothern Sea Guard. It's going to be annoying to deal with. I am going to go ahead and do Control Large Army, because at this point it gives me a benefit over them. This gives me more units than they have. I really need to put my Cygor to use and pummel some of these units from range, because I do outrange their Bolt Thrower. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. The Martial Prowess is going to be a real frustration here, and then combine that with a Tier 4 Veterancy or higher on all the units that the High Elves are bringing. And it's going to make it pretty difficult to break their leadership. We can probably get some terror routes, though, if we put it together properly. Start the deployment. I want to deploy outside the range of their Bolt Thrower, but where my Cygor can start killing some of their archers. I don't want their Bolt Thrower getting a bunch of infantry kills. Deploy just a little further back, put Morghur behind this line. I'm going to intersperse spawn with the line. And we'll put Minos in there too. they do some nice AP damage. And let's see. Chariots we definitely want to intersperse in here as well. Ray Shaman. Let's see. I'm gonna get my Centaurs to try and team up on the Lion Chariots over here. Just try to keep the Manticore close to the center and see if we can overwhelm one portion. Elves, let's do that. Okay. This should work. I'm gonna target these archers. They're out in front, and then I'll target a Sea Guard. That's a nice looking target right over there too after we throw that rock. So let's target here because there's a lot of enemies grouped together. Direct hit. Killed 13 archers on the first throw. Where units are blobbed is a great place to get your Cygor into action. Get hit hard by that bolt thrower. Oof, another excellent hit. I keep kind of swapping targets and spread that damage around. Now that the High Elves are committed to the attack, I'm going to start moving forward. Ready to take care of business. Alright, move forward, my beastie boys. So I'm going to keep spreading out damage to the Cygor. He's already got 35 kills. It's a really nice result. Don't want any part of that. Let's go ahead and give the attack orders, and then I'll have to clean up the attack orders most likely. Move past here. File tide those chariots. I'm gonna keep my Cygor targeting these archer blobs over here. This did not exactly the way I wanted, but I think we'll be alright. Where's Morghur at? Where is he? Can't see his banner. Oh, he's over here. Potion of Strength. Let's take the Bolt Thrower out of action. Let's get a little help here. Right, the Chariots took a lot of damage. May have been a result of my Devolve. Not 100% sure. I don't know. Charge them. Just get it over with. Right, we wrapped up that. Let's charge into these archers and wrap them up. I'm taking a lot of damage. Vile Tide going here and see if we can help out. Some more damage there. Let's get these guys back into the fight. Nice. Wrapped up a flank here. Manticore is berserking. We're not getting any terror routes yet, but I'm about to get a pretty substantial flank charge. And now my Centaurs with great weapons are going to tie down their Archmage. This is not going to bode well for the Beastmen. My Archer's back. My Cygor is going to fight some of those. Cygor's got 68 kills and a Chevron. He has done well. Okay, yeah, we just completely collapsed this flank, and then their Archmage is getting owned. So we turn the tide. Morghur is going to survive the second Elven Assault. This time, the supposedly good pointy ears, not the evil pointy ears. I am going to chase a lot of the routing units here because they are going to attempt to flee, and I want them to suffer some severe casualties here. That way they're not in any type of position to come back anywhere in the near future. So, like I said, I want to cause massive casualties to their units that are fleeing. There we go. And this should accomplish it. Very few, if any, survivors here. The Metal Mage is trying to get away. My Manticore is berserking on her. I say Metal Mage? Archmage, sorry. Say High Elves Mage? That doesn't sound like the right word. Maybe it is. Alright, so we got the Archmage, and we have cleaned up their spears and Sea Guard that are routing, so that is going to be tremendous losses for the Acer. Boy, Morghur is owning in terms of kills. It must be that I think he has a direct damage aura around him, and it is really owning because he's getting a ton of kills. I mean, he's decent in a melee against the right units. He's not bad. The spawn are good mostly for the poison effects that they throw in, so they can really slow down an enemy's ability to cause damage to you. So that's where I like them mixed in with infantry. Their poison is going to lower the weapon damage and speed and everything of their attack. I'm going to take the favor here too. And stack up some favor. All right. Total favor. Let's just grab some Luther wealth there. All right, Morghur. Beautiful soul. Look at him holding out up here. All by himself. Don't need your stinking help anyway. Let's see. I want to upgrade this and get more dread per turn. That is always a relevant goal. And let's see. I want this to be able to recruit spawn. I don't need to do all of these in one turn, so I'll kind of take my time into this one. Okay, let's look at getting his heroes. We're at a cap on Bray Shaman, so let's go to our rewards of dread. Rewards and heroes. I'm gonna need a Bray Shaman, so let's up that. And now let's go recruit a hero, Bray Shaman. Wild Death. Let's do Shadows. Shadows is really good. Haven't messed with Shadows yet. +4 leadership to all units in the Beastman army is really not a bad thing. Let's get him scouting for Morghur. I should have done that Reward of Dread where my units start off at a higher rank, so that was a fail on my part to not have done that. Okay, Taurox is looking for better blood grounds. We pass any islands along the way, I guess. I mean, like that one, I should have done that one. There's one up here. I'll hit that one. We'll have some fun. We'll do some treasure hunting along the way. Looks like the lizardmen think they're gonna come retake my Herdstone. He thinks they're wrong. He thinks they're wrong. Some of these lizard armies are pretty tough, though, and I don't want to underestimate them. So we'll see. Morghur, another skill point, please, on Ruination. So that's going to make him faster at sieges and less attrition when laying siege. Then I'm going to try and get up to Lightning Strike as quick as possible. Lightning Strike is an absolute lifesaver in many scenarios, and I recommend it to folks. It's something you should pursue quickly. We want the Manticore. As far as local horde goes, I can get some of these gore herds with shields. The best infantry I have available to me at the moment. And gore herds. I need some anti-large in this army. And honestly, one of these Centigores with great weapons. A couple standard Centigores. For now, the Poison Warhounds. Okay, we could put some pig herds in here. Not particularly great, but they do cause some damage. I mean, they're pretty bad units. General rule. I'm gonna grab. I need one spot for my Bray Shaman. I think I want a Gore Bull in this army too, so that's gonna be 2 more spots that put me up to 19. I'm just gonna grab a Warhound with poison for now because they can be pretty useful, and that'll be. It won't be great, but it'll be an army to get started with here. Our infantry will be pretty weak, but it gives us another army, and it pulls in another legendary lord. I love that when you're playing as the Beastmen, Confederation is much less of a mess. You know, you can confederate a lot more reliably than you can with, like, Norskin Confederation I like, Greenskin Confederation I like, Beastmen I like. a lot of factions, the Confederation like will only ever happen if you... The Stave of Ruinous Crush, I'm going to move the character to Gizero. Good luck with that. It's so difficult to pull all the factions together, and it gets really frustrating. Let's see here. Let's go check out the shipwreck. Ooh. Let's explore the isle. A foe? Call that a foe? I don't know what that is, but it's not a foe. Let's grab that extra stuff. We got mutant enemy leadership -4, and okay, yeah, that didn't do a lot of good, but whatever. Killed some vampirates, and doesn't that always do us some good? I'm gonna go ahead and garrison here at Killscribe's throne and replenish my troops, and then we'll continue our sail north. Maybe drop by this remnants of battle. Like I said, drop off at Poxmarsh, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and head to Ulthuan and then the Old World, because why not at this point? I think we just can. How much dread? I got enough dread, I think, to snag another Gore Bowl. Yeah, see, I don't have enough dread for any of that, so let's go ahead and grab a Gore Bowl. And I want a Gore Bowl here. Go to hero. I don't have the Gore Bowl for it. Fire Pit. And that's going to be this one right here. So we can build the Fire Pit. There we go. Let's do that. So Fire Pit on the way. We'll recruit our Gore Bowl. I think that's our last remaining unit. Yep, that's our last remaining unit. Is to get a Gore Bowl in here, and then we're ready to begin some destruction with Morghur. We'll continue to, like, I want Jabber Slythes in his army instead of the Giants. I feel like they'll be a better addition than the Giants. So I will be adding to his army and trying to keep it very chaosy, like Chaos Beast focused. Needs better infantry as well, so I'm gonna have to work on that one as well. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Heir of Carthage signing out for now. I will be back with some more for you in the near future. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you then.